let's meet today's starting lineup. First for Alaska Fairbanks, the visiting team on the scoreboard. The Nanooks are coached by Mick Dura, assisted by Bobby Howard. Let's meet the Fairbanks starters. At forward number 21, a 6'4" junior from Wasilla, Alaska, Alex Dahan. At forward number 40, a 6'7" sophomore from Palmer, Alaska, Michael Cluding. At center number 35, a 6'7" junior from Kansas City, Kansas, Joe Lendway. At guard number 22, a 5'11" junior from Hayward, California, Davis Kimball. And at guard number 31, a 5'11" junior from Vancouver, Washington, Trey Eisenhut. Now fans, let's meet today's starting lineups for your Seattle Pacific University Falcons. The Falcons are coached by Grant Lee, assisted by Keegan Bone, Matt Borton, and George Parker. Let's meet your Falcon starters. At forward number 2, a 6'5" junior from Maple Valley, Coleman Wooten. At forward number 4, a 6'6" freshman from Kaiser, Oregon, Harry Cabell. At center number 30, a 6'8" junior from Richland, Nathan Streifert. At guard number 22, a 6' sophomore from Sandy, Utah, Gabe Colosimo. And at guard number 33, a 6'5" sophomore from Wenatchee, Kevin Long.
Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome in one more time to downtown Seattle and Royal Brome Pavilion on the campus of Seattle Pacific University. It's homecoming day here at SPU, and today it's the SPU men going against Alaska Fairbanks. These are two teams that are in desperate need of a win for two reasons. For one, both of these teams are coming in struggling a little bit. The Falcons have lost 4 of their last 6. And they're 4-4 without Tony Miller healthy. He's been out the last 8 games with a shoulder injury. And the Nanooks, on the other hand, they've lost 3 of their last 5 games themselves. And both of these teams are right square in the middle of the GNAC. Of course, the top 6 teams make the GNAC tournament every year. And right now, we have a 4-way tie for 4th in the conference. And Seattle Pacific and Alaska Fairbanks are tied with Central Washington and Northwest Nazarene at 7-6. So both of these teams, they need a win, and they need to keep winning to avoid the cutoff line, as you see Streifert make the layup with the left hand to start off the scoring for the Falcons and in this game. 2-0 SPU with the lead as they try to rebound from a tough loss against Anchorage the other night. Falcons come in 12-8 overall in the year, 7-6 in the GNAC. Fairbanks 9-10 overall, 7-6 in the conference. Drive right here, and they throw it up with Davis Kimball, and he can't make it, and here comes Colosimo after getting the rebound. Back the other way, Colosimo over to Wooten. Cabell for 3, and he can't make it. Rebound tipped into the hands of Streifert, though. Inside, Long lays it in. Nice job there by Streifert. Kind of had eyes in the back of his head or the side of his head. He knew where Long was going to be there, and it's 4-0 Falcons ahead early. Falcons are 5-4 here at home at Royal Brome Pavilion. Fairbanks 3-3 on the road. Falcons 1-0 this year against the Nanooks. They won 95-79 on January 4th. And there's the first points in the game for the Nanooks as Davis Kimball scores. Falcons, of course, in the home white jerseys today. The Nanooks in the black. Falcons going from left to right on your screen to start off this contest, and the Nanooks going from right to left offensively. And we get a poke here and a steal. Kimball comes away with a loose ball for the Nanooks. And now Davis Kimball over to Joe Lenway, and now he passes left. And driving right is Bayham over to Michael Cludley. And a shot for 3 is going to be no good for Kimball. And the rebound going to the Falcons. It was Streifert who came up with the board there. And now Colosimo coming in. That pass broken up by Lenway, and then it's picked off. And then Kimball goes up. He's hit. No foul, but the tap-in good for Bayham.
For Alex Bayham.
Steal there went to Cluting as he scooped up the loose ball. And it's 4-4 in favor of nobody. Tie game right now. Early on first half. Here's Wooten now. Posting up, heading to his left. And goes toward the corner with Colosimo. Now he kicks out Wooten. Wooten coming in. And he goes to the corner. Long has it. Trying to get away from Kimball. And the ball rolls over to Cavill. And he gets that one to bounce home off the back iron. For the Falcons right now on the floor, you have Coleman Wooten, Harry Cavill, Gabe Colosimo, Nathan Stroyford, Gavin Long. For the Nooks, you have Alex Bayham, Davis Kimball, Trey Eisenhut, Joe Lenway, and Michael Cluting as the starters. So now we get a foul here. The first foul of the game. It goes on Harry Cavill, and that's going to be his first team foul of the half on the Falcons. Referees in this game, Matt Mason, Davis Torgerson, and Robert Grant. For the Falcons, we get our first substitution of the game as well as Braden Olson checks in for Colosimo. Head coaches, of course, Grant Leap for the Falcons. 3-0 in 3 tries against the Nanooks in his 2 years on the job. And Mick Durham, the 7th-year head coach of Alaska Fairbanks. He's 1-12 lifetime against SPU. He's hoping to obviously turn that number around starting right now. And that ball gets deflected along the baseline. And a foul is going to be called as the shot clock's reset to 20 seconds. And it's going to go on Olson, and that's his first. And that's the team's second of the half. Inbounds coming up here. And it goes to Bayham. Right corner. It gets it away from Cavill. Now he goes to Cluting. Cluting posts up, throws up a wild shot with the right hand. No good. Ball out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons, it looks like. So the Nanooks will inbound. Fresh 30 seconds for them on the shot clock. And the inbounds here. Being juggled a little bit by Lenway. And now it's Eisenhut. Eisenhut for 2. Perimeter range, no good. Rebound. Tipped by Kimball over to Olson. Or tipped by Cavill, excuse me, over to Olson. And Olson with it over to Cavill. Finds Wooten, bounces inside. Stroyford having a hard time with it. And now he's going to get it out of there, and he lost the ball. It's a turnover as Eisenhut picks it up for the Nanooks. And now a three-pointer on the way up, and no good for Lenway. The assist would have gone to Bayham. But the Nanooks get the loose ball rebound. Cluting got the board for the Nanooks that time. Now a three-pointer on the way. It's good for Bayham. Alex Bayham, one of 4 double-digit scores for the Nanooks. Makes it 7-6 in favor of the visiting team. Bayham coming into this game with 11.7 points per game for the Nanooks. And now we're going to get a foul here.
Foul goes on the Nanooks, Trey Eisenhut.
It's going to go on Trey Eisenhut of the Nanooks, and that's going to be his first personal. And the first team foul of the half on the Nanooks, and now we get a timeout on the floor with less than 16 minutes to play in half number 1. Just underway here in Brome, and it's 7-6 in favor of the Nanooks, and we'll return in a moment.
Fouling for the Falcons, number 10.
All right, ready to pick up the action here following the under 16-minute timeout. Falcons right now up down 7-6 to the Nanooks of Alaska Fairbanks as Nikhil Lazat checks in for the first time. He comes in for Harry Cavill, and there's Lazat with the ball, wearing number 10, trying to shake and bake it away from two defenders who were switching off. And now it's going to be Long, who drives right past Lenway, and he gets the two-hand slam. Bayham with the ball now, and he gives it to Kimball. Cluting working it right to Eisenhut. Eisenhut passes left to Kimball. Kimball with the ball. Kicks out to Lenway. Over to Cluting. Hands it off. Kimball driving right around Wooten, lays it in. So Kimball scores. He's got 4 early on, and the Nanooks lead 9-8. Wooten tucks that ball away. Now he hands it off to Olsen, driving left. Lost the ball. It got popped out of there, and the loose ball's picked up by Lenway. Now Kimball swings it to the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Up and good. It's Bayham who hit the three. Kimball the assist. And it's 12-8 in favor of the Nanooks. So here comes Olsen now over to Lazat. Lazat fakes, comes in, goes up, and he's fouled after getting past Eisenhut, and Eisenhut's going to get dinged for the foul here.
Foul is on Fairbanks, Trey Eisenhut. His second.
That's going to be Eisenhut's second team.
For Fairbanks, 11.
Let's see if they want to take him out of the game in a moment. We have a couple substitutions ready to come in for the Nanooks as it is on their bench. First free throw up for Lazat, up and good. And you see right there, and Memphis Mitchell and LaDonovan Wilder checking in for the Nanooks. And meanwhile for the Falcons, you have Cavill coming in for Wooten. And now the second free throw coming up here for Lazat. And it's going to be up and good, and it's 12-10. Falcons within 2. Here's Kimball over to Wilder. And now it's Cluting. And then it gets back to Kimball. Shot on the way. That was almost an underhand shot by Wilder. Kind of an odd windup there, but they get the rebound back after he misses. And underneath, they throw the ball away over to Long, and now here comes Olsen. Swings it to the corner. Now it's Lazat for 3. No good. Long can't get the tap and gets the rebound, kicks it out, but it's picked off. Kimball picked it off from him. Kimball trying to go all the way, and he can't make it. Rebound to Stroifert. And now Olsen on the break. Over to Long. Can't dunk it, but he can lay it in. Gavin Long scores, and the Falcons tie it at 12. Nice transition there by SPU. Olsen will get credit for the assist, and it's 12-12. Now this is Wilder. Kicks it out to Bayham. Kimball over to Wilder. Now they go right. Coming in Bayham. They go to the corner. Now back to the middle with Cluting. And now the 3 for Kimball. Not even close. And there was no time left on the shot clock. No time left on the shot clock. That shot will not count on the turnaround. That first shot was airballed by the Nanooks. So it's a shot clock violation as Jalen McCullough checks in for the Nanooks. And now an inbound's coming. Olsen with the ball for the Falcons. Gives it to Lazat. Nikhil Lazat fakes, comes in, lost the ball, was poked out of there by Cluting and then scooped up by Mitchell. And now Mitchell with it, heading to his right. And Mitchell with a quick move, got by Cavill, but he can't make the layup, and Cavill gets the loose ball rebound. Here comes Olsen. Olsen is going to go to the corner now with Wooten. Wooten a couple steps to his right, and that's it. Now it's Olsen to Lazat. Lazat hands it off, and Stroifert wasn't ready for it, but Lazat gets the loose ball back. Lazat coming in, throws up a tough shot, no good. Rebound into the hands of Cluting. Back the other way we go in transition. And Wilder lost the ball, and it's scooped up by Wooten, and here he comes. Wooten trying to do it all. He does, and the foul. Coleman Wooten puts it in off the fast break, and now we get a three-point opportunity for the Falcons. They're back in the lead, 14-12.
Foul is on Fairbanks.
And the foul here is going to go on Cluting, and that's his first, third team. Lazat and Stroifer checking out for the Falcons now. And it looks like Colosimo and Hunter Eisenhower have checked in. Meanwhile, for the Nanooks, you've got Lenway checking in and Cluting checking out. So one double-digit scorer checking out for another. Lenway with 10.2 points per game heading into this contest for the Nanooks. Cluting with 12 points per game to lead the team. The other double-digit scorer, besides them and Bayham, is Davis Kimball with 11.7 points per game. Wooten misses the free throw. And we go back the other way with the Nanooks here. They work it to the middle with McCullough. Now passing left. Bayham fakes, comes in. Now back to McCullough. To Mitchell. And now it's going to be Bayham for three, and that's good.
Three is good for Alex.
The assist there went to Dalton Lutens, who just checked in the game for the Nanooks. Lutens is a 6'6 junior from Linden. And now the ball is trapped and lost in the corner. And we get a timeout on the floor with 11:37 to play in the first half. 15-14 the score. Looks like it'll still be Falcons ball when we come out of the timeout. So we'll be back in a moment.
Falcon t-shirt. Free Falcon t-shirt out of the camera.
All right, back in a moment, or back in action here, I should say. Not back in a moment, back right now with 11:37 to play in half number one. Falcons will inbound from the corner. And this is going to be Colosimo with the ball. He bounces over to Wooten. Wooten heading to his right a couple steps. Now he gives to Eisenhower, fakes out the defender, shoots a three, no good. Rebound into the hands of McCullough. Back the other way, Jalon McCullough. And he gives it over to Bayham. And now posting up here is Lenway. And Lenway with the right hand can't make it, but he's going to be fouled by Wooten. And that's going to be Wooten's first. And each team now tied at 3 fouls apiece. And it's free throw time. Lenway shoots two. Lenway with no points so far in this game. First shot coming up for him. It is going to be good. Got it to fall in. So that's his first point of the game. Lenway this year just a 55% shooter from the free throw line, 15 of 27. But he does make the second shot here, so he goes 2 for 2 this time around from the charity stripe, and that makes it 17 to 14. Here's Colosimo with the ball, giving it to Wooten. Wooten is going to hand it off to Eisenhower. Now Eisenhower going to Olsen. Eisenhower to Colosimo, and now back to Olsen. Olsen heading to the right. Kicks out to nobody. So somebody not in the right place there.
Back in for SPU, 33.
And now Long will check in for Eisenhower, and Lazat will check in for Olsen. And Stroifer checks in for Cavill. Those are the Falcon substitutions, and now the inbounds coming up here. Must be intimidating to inbound right next to a T-Rex and Talon for that matter. As McCullough goes to his right over to Lutens. Bayham with 19 to shoot, and he bounces over to McCullough. And now it's going to be Mitchell to Lendway, and now the shot for 2 is no good for Bayham, and the rebound going to Lizotte, and here comes Colosimo. Back to Lizotte. Lizotte to Colosimo. He's got a direct traffic here for the time being, 15 to shoot, heads to his left. And now he's going to hand it off to Lizotte, going to his right, and now he goes to the corner. To Colosimo, and he lost the ball. Luton's took it away, and here comes McCullough. The Nooks trying to add on to their 3-point advantage. McCullough passing right to Mitchell, and now to the corner with Bayham. Now Mitchell over to McCullough. Bounces here to Bayham. Lenway. And Mitchell takes a runner, and he makes it. So Mitchell is on the scoreboard for the first time. Memphis Mitchell makes it 19-14 in favor of the Nanooks. And now here's Long inside, posting up. Goes up against Bayham and scores. Gavin Long puts it in. He's got 8. That's half the Falcons' scoring so far. And it's 19-16. Nanooks up by 3. McCullough over to Mitchell. Ball poked free. Long poked it, and it's Colosimo who stole it. Colosimo can't get the transition hoop, but Coleman Wooten's there to clean it up. And the Falcons now down just 1, 19-18. And now McCullough with the ball as the Falcons cash in off that turnover and takeaway. And McCullough fakes out the defender. Now he kicks it out. Bayham to Lenway to Mitchell. That's how that sequence goes. Now right side. This is Luton's. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Shoots from deep, and he got it for 3. Mitchell scores for 3, and that makes it a 4-point game, and Mitchell has 5 points for the Nanooks. Here comes Colosimo. Long with it. Long is being trapped, double-teamed by Bayham and Lenway, but he got the ball out of there, and they work it to Lizotte. Can't make the 3. The assist would have gone to Wooten there, and the loose ball picked up by Luton's in the post. Here comes McCullough. Finds Bayham. To the middle with Lenway. Now dribbling to his left is McCullough, and now it's going to be Mitchell with it. Mitchell over to Bayham. To McCullough. 12 to shoot. And it's going to be for 3, and getting hit there after getting the pass from Lenway, or the pass from Mitchell is Lenway, and Lenway's going to go to the line for 3, I think. The foul's going to go on Nathan Stroyford. That's going to be his first personal foul, team's 4th. And now we get a timeout on the floor with 7:48 to play in half 1. Free throw time for the Nanooks coming up after the timeout, and they lead at 22-18 as is, so we'll return in a moment. Well, ready for free throw time now. Following the foul on Stroyford, it's going to be Joe Lenway who goes to the line, and he shoots 3. And the first shot on the way is going to be good for him.
Joe Lenway has 2 more shots.
2 more shots for Lenway coming up. Lenway is 6'7" junior from Kansas City, Kansas. And the second shot no good there.
Number 12, Zach Hatch.
And for the Nanooks, a couple substitutions. Eisenhut and Zach Hatch. Hatch in the game for the first time, and they come in for Bayham and Mitchell.
Back in for UAS.
Third free throw is good, so Lenway goes 2 for 3 from the line. And you also have Michael Cluting checking in the game now for the Nanooks. Hatch, by the way, 6'2" freshman from Snohomish. So a local kid from Glacier Peak High School, and driving left and slashing inside is Wooten, and Wooten scores with the left hand. He's got 6 points, and that gets the Falcons within 4, 24-20. And now this is McCullough, who hands it off to Eisenhut. Pass left to Lutens. And that pass is tipped and then stolen away by Lazat. Now here they come in transition. Long, can't lay it in. Wooten's there with a rebound, he cleans it up. Coleman Wooten scores. Nice job inside by him to assert himself. And it's 24-22. Hatch passing left to Lutens. To Hatch, and he bounces to Cluting. Cluting's going to hand it off to Lutens. Shot is no good, and it's short. Rebound tipped into the hands of Colosimo. And back the other way, Colosimo. Being harassed by a couple defenders near half court. Trapping situation there. Now Colosimo with 18 has it. 18 on the shot clock. Colosimo heading left a couple steps. Now it's Streufert to Colosimo. And now they go to Wooten. Over to Colosimo. To Lazat, 2 to shoot, 1, somehow got it, 1 hit in! Lazat kind of started out to his left and then he went back to his right. He didn't quite switch hands like Michael Jordan, but he maneuvered and twisted around to somehow get that layup in. And now the reverse underneath for Lutens is going to go down, and that'll make it 26-24. And now here comes Colosimo. Wooten for the lead, no, short. Rebound McCullough. Falcons down 2. Here come the Nanooks in transition. McCullough is going to go to Cluting. Shot for 3, no, and the rebound going to Wooten back the other way. Coleman Wooten finds Colosimo. Now he bounces to Streufert. Quick move to his right, and he lays it in as he gets right by Cluting. And we're tied. It's 26. 4 points for Streufert. Timeout Nanooks. As McCullough crosses the timeline. 26-26 with 5:17 left in half number 1, and we will return in just a moment. Ready to continue on here following the timeout call by the Nanooks. Some substitutions for both sides. Kimball, Bayham, Wilder are in for the Nanooks for Hatch, McCullough, and Lutens. For the Falcons, you have Olsen and Cavill in for Colosimo and Streufert. And Kimball bounces it over to Cluting, and Cluting lays it in to get the Nanooks the lead right back. 28-26. Less than 5 minutes to play until half. Olsen with the ball. Olsen to Lazat to Cavill. And gets back to Long. Olsen was the one that last passed it to him, and now it's going to be Lazat. 12 to shoot. So he heads to the left, finds Wooten. Wooten crossing over, rumbling inside. Can't get the layup, but he is fouled.
Foul is on
and that will be number 4 on the Nanooks. Each team now with 4 fouls apiece in this half. It's the second foul on Cluting. We'll see if he checks out of the game in a moment. You have Lenway at the scorer's table ready to come in for the Nanooks. First free throw up and good for Wooten, and here comes the aforementioned Lenway and for Cluting. Second free throw coming up here for Wooten. Chance to tie it. Wooten with 9 points in this first half, and he can't make the free throw, but the rebound tipped right back to Wooten. Cavill and Long kept that alive for the Falcons. And now here's Wooten. And Wooten with a quick move to the left, and he lays it in with a left hand. Coleman Wooten playing a good game inside today along the post. And he's got 11 points for the Falcons, 29-28. Wilder with it. He's going to go to the middle with Lenway, and now it's Eisenhut. Eisenhut to Lenway, and now he passes left. Bayham to Lenway, and now the three-pointer up for Eisenhut, no good. Rolls out, rebound going to Cavill. Here comes Lizotte now, front court. Lizotte trying to spin away, and it's going to be a blocking foul on Kimball, I guess. Davis Kimball called for the foul, his first. Team's 5th. Timeout on the floor with 3:45 left in half number 1. Falcons will inbound when we come out of the timeout. And the Falcons are up 29-28, and we'll return in a moment. All right, following the under 4-minute timeout, the Falcons up 29-28. They inbound. Quick substitution to recap here. Mitchell is in for the Nanooks for Eisenhut. And now here's the 3 for Olsen. Can't make it from the top of the circle. And it looks like we're going to have a push from behind as Cavill got hit. And that's going to result in a foul. It's going to go on Bayham, and that's going to be his first. Team 6th. Falcons have just 4 fouls. The Nanooks have 6 in this half. Still 3:32 to play. Wooten to Olsen, and now it's Cavill for 3. Hit it! Harry Cavill hit it from deep. And the Falcons are up by 4. Cavill has 5. And now Kimball to Wilder. Wilder to Mitchell, and now they go right and inside. Now we get a scrum for the ball. Lenway was there along with Wooten, and Wooten was really slow to get up. And Wooten will get called for a foul here. That's his second, team's 5th. And Wooten will try to shake it off as he goes to the sideline with a second foul. Stroifer checks in for him. And the inbounds pass coming up here. 20 seconds is what the shot clock reads as the Nanooks get ready to inbound this ball. I'll wipe off a little condensation on the floor first. And now the inbound's coming. And it gets into the hands of Lenway, and now it's Wilder over to Kimball. They go to Mitchell. Mitchell right side coming in. Mitchell goes up, blocked but not cleanly apparently. Stroifert and Long were there. Let's see who the foul is going to be on. I think it might be on Stroifert based on the way he reacted. Nope, it's going to be on Long, and that's his first. Team sixth. Each team with 6 fouls apiece. And now it's free throw time. And Memphis Mitchell, 6'4" junior from Missouri City, Texas. Misses the first free throw there. Mitchell's small sample size from the free throw line this year, just 8 of 11 going into this game for the season. 72%. And now Eisenhower checks in for Lazat on the Falcon side. Second free throw coming up for Mitchell. And it's going to be good, and that will make it 32-29. Falcons by 3. Here's Olsen after getting the inbounds from Eisenhower. Olsen coming in. He's going to hand it off to Eisenhower. Back to Olsen. Now it's Cavill. Touch pass caught by Stroifert. Stroifert posting up. And he fakes, he goes up, and he can't make it against Lenway, but he drew the foul. And that will be the 7th on the Canucks and the first on Lenway. It's going to be a shooting foul, not a 1-and-1 here. So 2 shots for Stroifert, and the first shot on the way is going to be no good for him off the back iron. Stroifert's been hot and cold at the free throw line this year. 63.6% is what he was shooting going into this game. 35 of 55. Does make the second shot here, so ends up going 1 for 2 from the charity stripe this time around. And the Falcons lead 33-29. And now this is going to be Bayham over to Mitchell, and he passes left to Kimball. Gets it back from a teammate. It was Bayham who gave him the ball, and now the reverse layup up and good for Kimball. Davis Kimball scoring there with the left hand, makes it a 2-point game. And now it's going to be Olsen. Olsen coming into his left, bounces inside. Cavill wasn't ready for it, but Olsen gets it right back, and fortuitously it's a basket for the Falcons as Olsen lays it in with the right hand, just as they drew it up. And Kimball passes to Mitchell coming in, layup, good with the right hand. 35-33. Falcons up by just 2. We have 1:40 left until recess. Here's Olsen. Olsen heading left around 2 defenders with the left hand. Now goes up with the right hand. Can't make the layup, but Stroifert's there to clean it up. And Nathan Stroifert scores, and he's got 7. And the Falcons now up by 4 with 1:20 left in half number 1. And now it's Mitchell, who comes into his right, passes inside, broken up by Long, out of bounds. Last touch off the Canucks. Wilder had a hard time saving it. And now Dalton Luton's checking in for the Canucks. He checks in for Wilder. 1:10 left till half. Here's the inbounds to Olsen. Olsen with the ball, heading to his left a little bit. Now he's going to beat a double team by giving it to Long, to Cavill, back to Long for 3. Got it to go in! Gavin Long from downtown makes it 11 points for him and a 7-point lead for the Falcons, 40-33. Kimball to Mitchell, and now it's Bayham. Whistle here as the ball goes out of bounds. With 19 on the shot clock. And looks like it's just going to be Nanook's ball, no foul. Colosimo checks in for Eisenhower on the Falcons side. Again, 7 fouls for the Canucks in this half, 6 on the Falcons. Inbounds. Bayham for 3, right side, good. And that makes it a 4-point game, 40-36. 30 seconds left in the half. Timeout Falcons. They can't take that 4th timeout with them to the second half, so they'll just use a timeout now and draw up a play. It's about a 4.3 second differential right now between the shot clock and the game clock. For what it's worth, with the Falcons, on Thursday night they were ahead 40-36 at the half against Alaska Anchorage. But they couldn't hold on to that lead. They lost the second half to the Seawolves 31-22, and they lost the game 67-62. They had a chance to tie late as Colosimo went in for what he thought was an opportunity in transition, chance to shoot through the middle and lay the ball in, but his layup attempt wasn't even close. And now here we are again, 40-36, with 29.3 seconds left until halftime, with the Falcons up by 4. Hoping to get a little more separation on the scoreboard right now as Olsen plays quarterback. Olsen biding his time. Has to go by the shot clock. 10 seconds left to shoot right now. Now down to 9. Crossover. Olsen comes in. Kick out. Picked off. And now, no, it gets back to Cavill. Throws it up. No. And apparently there was no change of possession, so therefore, the Nanooks are going to get the ball on a shot clock violation with 3.5 seconds left, and they may even put a little bit more time on the clock beyond that. Although, I don't think they're going to go to the scorers table and look at this. So, Colosimo checks in for the Falcons. And Eisenhower will sit. Right now for the Falcons, you have Cavill, Stroyford, Olsen, Long on the floor, along with Colosimo. Clock starts now. And Kimball to Bayham, and he got it for 3, and it counts. My goodness, what a way to end the half for the Nanooks. That they may or may not look at on the monitor because it was an end-of-half shot, but that clearly got out of his hands before the buzzer and the red light went off. And that will be the end of half number 1. So the Falcons lead 40-39 as we go to recess, as Bayham finishes the first half for the Nanooks with 17 points after that 3-point shot. So we'll take about a 12-minute timeout in our coverage, and then we'll come back for some SPU sports news as well as some first half stats as we get ready for half number 2 on homecoming day here at Seattle Pacific. Well, we are getting ready to start the second half between the Falcons and the Alaska Fairbanks Canucks on this homecoming Saturday. 40-39, the Falcons leading right now over the Canucks as we're about 3 minutes away or so from playing basketball again. Tom Giovanella here with you from Royal Brougham Pavilion in downtown Seattle. Hope your Saturday's going okay. Let's take a look at some SPU sports news while we have a moment here. The women's basketball team lost 70-68 on Thursday at Central Washington despite the 17 points of Courtney Hollander. The Falcon women are playing right now at Northwest Nazarene, and at this point they're losing 37-32 with 1:52 left until halftime in that contest. We'll keep an eye on that as we go on here. The SPU women return home to host Simon Fraser on Thursday at 7 p.m. right here in Brougham Pavilion. Congratulations to SPU sophomore Scout Kai, who was named the GNAC Field Athlete of the Week on Monday. Scout compiled the nation's second highest pentathlon total with 3,709 points in the 5-event competition last weekend at the UW Invitational. Darian Burns compiled a career-high total of 38.775 in the all-around last night for the SPU gymnasts, who posted a fourth-place team score of 190.750 at UC Davis. The gymnastics team competes next Saturday at Air Force. The next home game, or the next home action, I should say, for the Falcon gymnasts is February 23rd at 7 p.m. when Alaska Anchorage and Sacramento State invade Brougham Pavilion. And finally, the SPU men's basketball team hits the road for its next 4 games beginning on Thursday at 4th-ranked Western Oregon. Your next opportunity to catch the Falcon men in action is February 22nd at 7:30 p.m. against Central Washington. We'll see you then. Quick look at some halftime stats now for both teams. The Falcons shot very well from the field, 17 of 28 overall, good for 60.7%. The Canucks shot 14 of 29, 48.3%. From three-point land, Falcons shot 2 of 8, and the Canucks shot 6 of 14. And in terms of free throws, the Falcons shot 4 of 7, the Canucks shot 5 of 7. Falcons won the rebounding battle, 15 to 12 over the Canucks. Falcons have been ahead a little bit more than the Canucks, but not by much. The Falcons have been ahead for 8 minutes 46 seconds in this game. The Canucks have been ahead for 8 minutes 34. Each team has taken the lead 3 times. Falcons have tied it 3 times. The Canucks have tied it once. And largest lead for the Falcons was 7. The Canucks' largest lead was 6. Falcons losing the turnover battle, but not by much. 7 turnovers for the Falcons, 5 for the Canucks. 6 assists for each side. Falcons have 6 points off their bench. Canucks have 10. And in terms of leading scorers individually, the Falcons, Coleman Wooten and Gavin Long tied with 11 points apiece in the first half. Wooten also led the team in rebounding with 5. And for the Canucks of Alaska Fairbanks, Alex Bayham leading the way there, leading the way there with 17 points. Behind him is Mitchell with 8. And that's basically the first half in a statistical nutshell for you. Underway here in half number 2. The Canucks have the ball first, as you can see. They're in the black, Falcons in the white. The Canucks going from left to right on your screen offensively. Falcons will go from right to left. And we get a foul here on Wooten right away, and that's his 3rd. Team's first of the half, and now Braden Olsen's going to come in immediately, check in for Wooten. So Falcons sacrificing a little bit of size down low with that substitution. And that could be a little bit of a loss for the Falcons depending on how long Grant Leap wants to sit Coleman Wooten, who's now out of the game because of foul trouble. Lenway with the ball here for the Canucks, posting up against Stroyford, and the layup no good with the left hand, and the rebound going to Cavill. Back the other way, Colosimo. Colosimo hands it off Long. Long going to his right now. Colosimo open look 3. Good! Falcons by 4. Dave Colosimo hitting it for the Falcons. Right now on the floor for the Falcons, you have Olsen, Cavill, Colosimo, Stroyford, and Long. For the Canucks, you have Bayham, Kimball, Eisenhut, Lenway, and Cludic. We get a stoppage here, and the ball going out of bounds, so the Nooks will inbound with 16 to shoot. And just waiting for the chance to inbound here. Don't know what's taking so long, but now it looks like we're ready to play. And now going to his left is Eisenhut. Now it's Cludic to Kimball. Going to his right. Kimball against Cavill. Just hands it off, and a whistle here, no basket. Shot clock violation's the call. The Nooks lost track of the time. Time basically expired right as Lenway got that handoff along the baseline. So the Falcons have it now, and here's Long to Cavill. Over toward Olsen, and now it's Long back toward the top of the circle, comes in, spins around, trying to get away, and it's up and good as he shoots it in against Lenway. Falcons up by 6. They've scored the first 5 in this second half. Kimball with it against Colosimo. He goes to Eisenhut. Now it's Cludic against Cavill, goes in and scores with the right hand. So Cludic puts it in. A little bit of a size advantage there for Cludic. He's 6'7", 230. Cavill's 6'6", 200. Inside it goes to Stroyford. Layup is good with the left hand. The assist to Long that time. And Stroyford's got 9. The Falcons are back up by 6. 17:40 left, second half. Three-pointer on the way is up and no good for Bayham. Stroyford tips it to himself, and then it'll just get poked over to Colosimo. Colosimo with it, 23 to shoot. Colosimo bounces inside Stroyford. Two-hand slam. Stroyford puts it in. Falcons by 8. 49-41. Timeout in the Nooks. Falcons now at their largest lead of this game. They're up by 8. And it's 49-41. Falcons up by 8, and we're back in a moment. Ready to pick up the action here following the Nanook timeout as they try to get things sorted out. This is the biggest deficit they've had all night long. Neither team has led in this game by double digits. Nanook's biggest lead was by 6 points with 7:46 left in the first half when they were up 24-18. This is the biggest Falcon lead, and there's Cavill who comes away with a loose ball for the Falcons. Here's Colosimo. Chance for the Falcons to go up by double digits right now. Here's Colosimo coming in with a left hand. And he's going to kick it out, going to Olsen. Olsen going to his right, 14 to shoot. Stroyford to Long. Long coming in. And it kicks it out to Olsen. Olsen coming in, gets past Mitchell, and Olsen can't really find anywhere to pass it to or shoot it, and the ball is deflected out of bounds off the Canucks. So with 6 seconds to shoot, the Falcons will inbound. Goes to Stroifert with 5, 4. Stroifert spins around, goes up, got it, and a foul! With 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And the Falcons lead it by double digits, 51 to 41. 13 for Mr. Stroifert now. And a foul here going on Lenway, and that's his second, team's first of the half on the Canucks. Falcons winning this second half so far, 12-2 after that free throw by Stroifert, and it's 52 to 41. Falcons by 11. And now they work it to Mitchell, to Lenway, and now it's kicked out to Lenway, including, and going inside and missing badly is Kimball, but he was fouled. And he'll go to the line. Foul that time on Cavill, his second, team's second. And now it's free throw time for Kimball.
Shooting foul, 2 shots for Davis Kimball.
Davis Kimball going into this game, 24-44 on the year from the free throw line, 54%. First shot for him today, up and good from the charity stripe. And it's 52 to 42. The Canucks within 10. Kimball has 7 points overall. Free throw number 2 forthcoming. And it is going to be good, and it's 52-43. And now the inbound's going to Olsen. Olsen with the ball now. Olsen coming in to his left. Now he's going to just shoot a 3, and he missed. And the rebound into the hands of Kimball. Kimball back the other way, trying to get the Canucks within 7 or 6. Gets it back from Cluting. Kimball kicks it out to Lenway, and now it's going to be Mitchell. Going to his left, now back to Lenway for 3. It's short, rebound, and Stroifert had it and then lost it, and then Kimball can't save it. So the Falcons are going to have the ball back, as Kimball goes right into his team's bench, into an empty chair. And now we get a timeout on the floor with less than 16 minutes to play in half 2. 52 to 43, Falcons by 9, and we will return in a moment. Well, time to pick up the action here just about. 15:49 left in half 2. Falcons up 52-43. They inbound. Following the loose ball going out of bounds off the Canucks, and now it's Cavill to Colosimo. Colosimo across the timeline, and now it's going to be Cavill from the corner to Long. Tried to turn and shoot, and it was poked out of there. Nice work by Bayham to get it out. And Mitchell tried to pass it toward the corner, and we get an offensive foul. Or was it just out of bounds? It's apparently just out of bounds off the Canucks. A turnover, as Lutens is charged with the turnover. And now Colosimo. No good. Would have been a 3 if he made it. It was short, and the loose ball eventually gets into the hands of Cluting. Here comes Kimball. Kimball going to his right. Going up, right hand, no good. Rebound into the hands of Cavill. Now Colosimo. Colosimo hustling. He hands it to Lazat. Fakes. Gonna give it to Cavill. Cavill dribbling left hand, goes up right hand, no good. And he's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line. 2 shots coming up here for Mr. Cavill. First opportunities for him from the free throw line today coming up. Cavill, 73% free throw shooter, 46 of 63 on the year. Foul this time going on Luton's. His first, team second. And off to the line is Cavill for 2. First shot good. And that gets the Falcons back ahead by double digits. Substitution here, Coleman Wooten back in the game with 3 fouls. He comes in for Mr. Stroyford. So Stroyford for the time being sits. Stroyford 14 points for him to lead the Falcons so far. Free throw up no good for Cavill. Rebound into the hands of Cluting, and we go back the other way. Kimball. Kimball against Colosimo. Bayham. Out to Cluting. So going to post up. He will against Wooten. Ball poked out by Colosimo. Loose ball. And it's eventually picked up by Wooten. Back the other way. He goes to Colosimo. Colosimo to Wooten. 23 to shoot. Hands off Colosimo. Colosimo with 18. Now he hands it to Lazat, as you saw there. 14 to shoot. And he lost the ball. It was poked out by Cluting. And Lazat got hurt. And going in and scoring is Cluting, and now they got to stop the game because Lazat is holding his left leg. He's really in pain with that left leg, left thigh, and he'll be helped up. He is putting weight on both of his legs and feet, so that's the good news. But for now, he'll come out of the game. It's an 8-point game after the basket by the Nanooks. 53-45.
Starting in for the Falcons, number 0, Braden Olson.
And Braden Olson checking in for the Falcons. Inbounds pass coming up here to Colosimo. Olson, of course, coming in for Lazat, who sits at least temporarily. Long with the ball over to Olson, and then Colosimo, and now Wooten left side. 17 to shoot. Coleman coming in. Tough right-hand scoop, and he missed. A little bit of a ill-advised shot there as Luton's gets the rebound. Now this is Bayham with the ball over to Kimball. Mitchell. They work it inside. Layup no good for Lendway. The loose ball, and getting knocked over there was Cavill. And let's see who the foul's going to be on. And it's going to go on the Nanooks this time, and it's going to be on Kimball, and that's his second, team's third. Everybody was plowing into each other there. Now they'll wipe off some condensation and sweat on the floor with a washcloth. 3 fouls now on the Nanooks in this half, 2 on the Falcons, 13:35 left on the clock. And Cavill's going to inbound here from half court. And now you've got Eisenhower checking in. He comes in for Long.
Hunter Eisenhower.
And I think Wooten's going to stay in the game, even though he's kind of close to the sideline. Looks like he's going to stay in and line up, get ready for the play that's coming up here. And now Cavill will inbound, and he goes to Colosimo in just a short handoff. Gabe to Cavill, over to Eisenhower. Now it's going to be Wooten who comes in. Wooten hands it off to Cavill. Colosimo with 14. Olson, 10 seconds to shoot. Falcons trying to add on to this 8-point lead. Olson inside to Cavill, fouled with 3 on the clock. He'll go to the line for 2. See who the foul gets called on here.
Foul is on UAN.
And it's going to go on Kimball again, and that's his third. Team's fourth. Cavill to the line right now. Cavill will shoot 2, and the first shot on the way is up and good. So 54-45 now. Cavill with 7. Second shot coming. And that's good, and it's 55-45. 13:07 to play. Kimball with it. Kimball against Colosimo. And he passes left to Bayham. And now it's Kimball driving right Bayham, or at least thought about it. Now he's going to try to come in against Wooten, battling the baseline there, and I think the foul is going to be called. And that's going to be on Wooten, and that's his fourth, and that's a bit of a loss for the Falcons right there. As he checks out, Stroyford comes in. And for the Nanooks, you have a couple substitutions. Check on those in a minute. And continuing on here, following the inbounds. Posting up is Cluting, goes up and scores. Michael Cluting puts it in. Stroyford in for Wooten on the Falcons side. On the Nanooks side, Cluting and Eisenhut in for Mitchell and Luton. We saw Cluting make that basket there. 55-47, maybe a chance for the Nanooks to make a little hay inside, as we just saw there with Wooten out of the game. Of course, they just put in Stroyford for him. And Eisenhower has that poked out of bounds off Eisenhower, as Bayham poked it free first and forces the turnover. Wooten, for what it's worth in this game, he has 11 points for the Falcons. As you see, Kimball with it. Over to Eisenhut. He bounces to Bayham, and now it's going to be Eisenhut. To Kimball. Fake here by Eisenhut. High touch pass to Cluting. 9 to shoot. Kimball against Eisenhower. Lost the ball out of bounds. Last touch off the Nanooks as Long checks in for the Falcons. And a timeout on the floor with 11:42 to play in the ball game. We'll make that Long substitution official once we come out of the timeout here. Score right now is 55-47. Falcons up by 8, and we'll return in a moment. Ready to continue on here. 11:42 left in the ball game. Still a lot of time left for either side to win. Falcons up right now by 8, though, 55-47. Coleman Wooten out of the game, though, for the time being with 4 fouls. That's the one thing that could hurt the Falcons right now, particularly down low. And there's the three-pointer, though, for Colosimo from the left side. Big shot there for Gabe. Gavin Long checked in, by the way, for Hunter Eisenhower off the timeout for the Falcons. Stroyford gets the assist on the Colosimo 3. Falcons up by double digits again now, 58-47. Three-pointer on the way up, no good. As trying to take it back there was Cluting. The rebound to Stroifert. Here comes Colosimo. Colosimo to the middle, and he did it again from deep. Gabe Colosimo hits it. He's got 9 points now. And the Falcons are up by 2 touchdowns. 61-47, timeout Nanooks. And they only have 1 timeout left in their back pocket. Falcons getting a little bit of traction here thanks to Mr. Colosimo shooting from deep. And the Falcons are now up 61-47 with 10:53 to play. Getting ready for the inbounds, 10 minutes 50 to play. And coming into his right was Kimball there, and he got fouled. So he'll go to the line. It's 4 fouls on the Falcons in this half. First on Colosimo overall. So each team now tied at 4 fouls apiece. And now Kimball back to the line, 2 for 2 today. And missed the first one there, kind of with a knowing smile there. He knew he left that one short. Second shot coming here. Falcons up 14. Nooks trying to get within 13. And that's good, so it's 61-48. And now Colosimo. Colosimo with the ball. He's going to bounce it over to Stroifert, who then goes to Cavill, goes to the right around Cluting, and Cavill scores, and he's got 10. 3 double-digit scores on the floor right now for the Falcons. Cavill with 10, Stroifert with 14, Long with 13. Colosimo on the precipice with 9, and there's a three-pointer there for Kimball as he gets the defense away from him. Makes it a 12-point game, still 10-14 left to play. Still time for the Nanooks to go on a run here. Colosimo with it, 20 to shoot. Colosimo got hit as he had to turn left, and it's going to go on Kimball. And that's his 4th. So Kimball with 12 points is going to have to come out of this game because of the foul trouble. Lutens is in for the Nanooks. McCullough is in. Cluting and Kimball are now out. And we get ready to pick up the action here. With the inbounds, Cavill to Olsen. Olsen coming in. He goes to Colosimo for 3, and he can't make it. So Colosimo, after hitting 2 in a row, couldn't make it 3 there. Eisenhut the rebound. Here's McCullough. McCullough, Eisenhut, hands it off. Lutens, and then he gives it over to Bayham, who falls down, gets pushed over as he drove right. No foul, and it's out of bounds off the Nanooks. Mitchell checks in.
Fairbanks of 11.
He checks in for Bayham. And now the inbounds coming with 9:40 to play. Colosimo gets it from Cavill. Gabe to Cavill, and now it's going to be Long and Long. And a hard time. Now he goes to Cavill, and Cavill lays it up and in with the right hand. Harry Cavill. He has 12. Falcons up 14. And now a drive left by Mitchell. Blocked, but apparently not cleanly by Stroifert. See who the foul's on officially. It's going to go on Cavill, his 3rd. So Cavill's starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble himself. Of course, Coleman Wooten, as it is, out of the game with 4 fouls. 5 fouls apiece now on the Falcons and the Nanooks in this half. Mitchell to the line. First shot short. Still a 14-point game. Falcons ahead. Second shot coming up. And it's going to be good, and it is now 65-52. Mitchell has 9 points for the Nanooks. Now here comes Colosimo. Colosimo directing traffic. Heads to his left. Now he goes to Cavill. Handoff Olsen. Olsen to Cavill. Cavill with 18. Now he loses the ball. Mitchell poked it free from him, but Cavill gets it back. Stroifert over to Colosimo. Olsen with 9. Olsen coming in. He got hit. No continuation in college, so no basket. Shot clock reset at 20, so the Falcons will inbound. And that's foul number 6 on the Nanooks. It's going to go on McCullough, and that's his first overall. And Akil Lazat back in the game after getting hurt earlier for the Falcons. He checks in for Olsen. And looks like Lazat still with plenty of speed and quickness, even though he hurt his leg earlier. Now Cavill gets hit hard from behind as he catches the inbounds pass and then tries to tap it in immediately. We get a foul here on Lendway, his third. Team 7th, so it's a bonus situation for the Falcons, although this will be a 2-shot proposition instead of 1 and 1. And now Cavill will go to the line. Cavill makes the free throw. 66-52. Michael Cluting now checking in for the Nanooks. He comes in for Lendway. Second shot coming for Cavill. And it's up and good, and it's 67-52. Falcons by 15. Biggest lead they've had all night long. Falcons have played great in the second half. Ahead 27-13 in this second half so far against Alaska Fairbanks. This was a 40-39 game at the half as that ball gets poked free, looked like by Stroifert, and then Cavill scoops it up. And now here comes Colosimo, kicks it out. Cavill for 3, got it to go in! And the Falcons continuing to add on to their lead. What a second half so far for SPU. They lead at 70-52, timeout. Timeout called by the Nanooks as they try to stop the bleeding. And it's 70-52. Nanooks have no timeouts left, and we'll return in a moment with 8:16 to play. Ready to continue on here with 8 minutes 16 left to play. Falcons well in control right now. They're up 70-52. Hunter Eisenhower has been announced as coming back in the game for SPU at this point. 18-point game. Luton's posting up against Stroifert, and he leaves that left-hand opportunity short. And Stroifert gets the rebound over to Lazat. And now it's going to be Long who kicks out to Cavill, and now it's Eisenhower. Eisenhower inside to Stroifert, posts up, turn around, right hand, no in and out, and they tap in for Long with a left hand, no chance. But the Falcons get the loose ball back anyway. Cavill gave it to Lazat. 20 to shoot, 20 seconds and counting, and now it's going to be Stroifert, plows over a man, offensive foul. Offensive fouls, he knocks over Wilder.
Stroiford.
And a foul here going on Stroiford, his second, team sixth. 7 fouls on the Canucks, 6 on the Falcons. Falcons still up 18 with 7 minutes 27 left to play here in this contest. And now they'll wipe off the sweat and condensation on the floor here. Falcons came into this game having won 19 of their last 21 against the Canucks overall. Mick Durham, as I mentioned at the top of the show, in his 7th year as the head coach of the Canucks, 1-12 against the Falcons' lifetime. Falcons, as you see, Lizotte poke it out of there, get the steal, 4-on-1 break. Lizotte, long fakes, can't make the layup. Stroiford trying to put it back, he can't. Ball out of bounds. And the last touch is off the Canucks apparently. So the Falcons, they keep the ball, but they lose a chance to score when they had a 4-on-1 advantage. Cavill bounces to long, quick turn, throw up with the right hand, no good. Rebound to Lutens. Falcons all time, by the way, against the Canucks going into this game, 61-16. So to say they've owned this all-time series would be somewhat of an understatement, as Lutens lays it in with the left hand. He's got 4 points now, coming in off the bench. Long, over to Stroiford, to Eisenhower, fakes. Bounces to Stroiford, kicks it out, three-pointer on the way, up, good! Gavin Long hits it. He's got 16, Falcons up 19. 73-54. What a second half for for the Falcons as the burst continues. Falcons up 33-15 in the second half. They're now up to 58.3% from the field. Of course, they were at 60%, a little over 60% at the half. But that's still a really good number over what is now 34 minutes of basketball. 28-48 is where they're at right now overall. 7-16 from three-point land. And another shot from deep goes in. Hunter Eisenhower right on cue. He puts the Falcons up 22. And he's on the scoreboard for the first time today. Eisenhower is. Biggest lead of the game for the Falcons. What a strong finish this is here on homecoming day. And that shot left short there by Eisenhut. Stroiford scoops up the loose ball. And now Lizotte circles back and gives it to Long. And now it's Cavill to Eisenhower, back to Cavill. Posts up, going up, floats it in. Cavill puts it down, he's got 19. That leads the Falcons. Cavill is 19, Long was 16, Stroiford 14. Wooten hasn't scored any points in the second half. Of course, he sat out for practically all the second half because of foul trouble. And we get a foul here on Long, his second, team seventh. And now the Falcons will make some substitutions here. Trey Miller in for the first time, getting a chance to play. Olsen in as well. 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Canucks, and the first free throw up and good for Bayham. Colosimo also in for the Falcons. Long, Stroiford, and Lizotte sit out. For the Canucks, you have Kimball and Lenway in for Wilder and Eisenhut. Second free throw good. Nice to see Trey Miller get a chance to play on the Falcons side. Brother of Tony Miller, who is on the shelf right now with a shoulder injury. Trey doesn't get a chance to play a whole lot. Three-pointer here for Eisenhower, up and good as Miller gives him the assist. Eisenhower puts it in from the corner. That puts the Falcons up 25 as this lead just continues to grow. And Olsen gets the rebound off the miss by the Canucks. Colosimo now to Cavill. Going to his right. Right hand up, no. Rebound into the hands of Lendway. 4:27 left. Falcons have outscored the Nanooks now by 24 in the second half, after being up just 1 at halftime. Kick out there from Kimball to Lenway, can't make it. Tap in though, good for Lutens. 4:07 left. Falcons probably feeling as if they have this one well in hand. And barring some calamity here, they are going to have this one well in hand. Eisenhower to Olsen. Colosimo to Olsen, 10 to shoot. Down to 9, down to 8, down to 7 and counting. 6, 5, hands off here. Cavill coming in, he gets hit and fouled. Lutens kind of frozen and stunned there by that call. He thought that was a clean play. And he gets dinged for the foul, and that will be his second, team's 8th. Timeout on the floor with 3:41 left to play. Falcons, it would appear as if they have this one well in hand. 81-58, they're in cruise control against the Nanooks. Ready to continue on here. 3 minutes 41 left to play. Falcons up by 23. Free throw time for Harry Cavill. And the first shot up and no good for him, so the lead remains where it is. Second shot coming. Second shot coming, and it's up and good.
Back for the Fairbanks 12, Zach Hatch.
So Zach Hatch now checks in. Cavill with 20 points now to lead the Falcons. Hatch checks in for Bayham. And now it's going to be Kimball with the ball. Back to Lutens, and now going to his right was McCullough, and that ball gets thrown away. And now E.J. Paulson ready to check in for the Falcons. Harry Cavill checks out of the game. The fans and the Falcon bench pumped for E.J. Chance for him to come in and play. Paulson, a 6'9" senior from Reno, biggest little city in the world. And now it's Lazat over to Miller. Eisenhower to Olsen. 18 to shoot. Eisenhower, that ball almost picked off intended for Miller by Lutens. Read it very well. He goes out of bounds. And now here is Olsen. Olsen trapped. He's got to get out of there or call timeout. And he calls timeout. With 2 seconds left to shoot and 3 minutes 2 left to play. Falcons well in control, up 82-58. Well, ready to continue on here. 3 minutes, 2 left. Falcons have this one well in hand, up by 24. Eisenhower just tosses it over to Long, who missed off the side of the backboard, and he misses on the follow-up, and Miller can't make his follow-up, and that desperation attempt didn't work out there for the Falcons, but just about everything else has in the second half. Kimball misses the 3 in and out, and it was Lazard who got the rebound for the Falcons. Falcons with this win, they're going to go to 13-8 overall in the year, 8-6 in the GNAC. There's a basket for E.J. Paulson. Falcon bench happy to see that. Coleman Wooten bellowing out his approval. So the Falcons about to be 13-8 overall in the year, 8-6 in the GNAC as Lazat had the loose ball there. Nooks. Now another substitution here as Connor Van Dyken checks in for Lazat. Van Dyken, 6'1" sophomore from Bozeman, Montana. The Nooks about to go to 9-11 on the year overall, 7-7 in the GNAC. Again, both of these teams, they're really trying to separate themselves, get themselves in the top 6 of the GNAC so they can get in the conference tournament and then see what happens from there. The Falcons and the Nanooks each came in tied for 4th with a couple other teams. Central Washington, SPU, Northwest Nazarene, and Fairbanks started the day all at 7-6. And one of those teams, at least at this point, would miss the conference tournament because you can only take 6. Falcons are obviously hoping to get above that cutoff line, and getting this win today certainly is going to help them in that regard. But still a long ways to go. Obviously, they've got 4 games on the road coming up. Western Oregon, best team in the conference right now at 13-1 entering the day in the conference, 21-1 overall. They await the Falcons on Thursday. Then they go to Concordia, then St. Martin's, and then Montana State Billings, and then 2 home games left for the Falcons to make hay against Central Washington and Northwest Nazarene. Of course, Central Washington and Northwest Nazarene, those are the 2 teams, or 2 of the teams that we just talked about how the Falcons have to find a way to get past them so that they can get in that top 6. So some big games still ahead for Grant Leap's team as they try to make their way into the conference tournament, get their way back into the NCAA tournament as Van Dyken hits the 3 from the corner. Good for him. Doesn't get a lot of chances to play, and Van Dyken comes in off the bench and scores. So they've gotten Van Dyken and Paulson on the scoreboard here late in this game. Trey Miller, he's yet to score. Maybe that'll change in the next 51.3. Miller will inbound here. Meanwhile, one last quick check of the women's score here, and with 5:32 in the 4th quarter, it doesn't look good, unfortunately, for the SPU women. They trail 66-54 to Northwest Nazarene. That's with 5:32 left in that game. So back the other way here. This may be the last possession of the game for the Nanooks as the Falcons are about to win their 20th of their last 22nd game. 20 of 22 against these Nanooks for SPU. And Mick Durham's going to fall to 1-13 all time against the Falcons in his 7th year on the job in Fairbanks. Here's Olsen. Let's see if he just decides to dribble this out. Falcons up 27. And it looks like he's just going to run the clock out. And 87-60 is going to be the final here on homecoming day. So that's going to do it for us here from Royal Brome Pavilion. Until next time, this is Tom Giuliano saying good night here from downtown Seattle. Buzzer goes off. Final score is 87-60. Falcons win. Good night, everybody.